If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the wow in transmogs. Here's a very fell-looking, Legion-looking type of rogue deal. Shoulder pads of the Monolith, Ulduar, Cache of Living Stone, and we got about a 9% drop rate on those shoulders, digging those rogue tier shoulders. The chest, spore-coated vest, Cathedral of the Eternal Night, Agronox is the boss, 5% on the drop rate. That, of course, is from Legion. And sticking with Legion, we're going to show you the belt, which is out of High Mountain. It drops from the Fell Commander, Eric's Toll, 7% on the drop rate. So that's part of those Demon Invasion, one of those drops, so you're going to have to try to farm that out. Next up, the legs, Tattered Scornful Leggings, Cathedral of Eternal Night, Thrash Bite, the Scornful. He bites because he's scornful, kind of a low drop rate on him. We got an Orc showing you the Runed Ironhide Boots, Ulduar, Stormcaller, Brundir, 17% on the drop rate. So the shoulders, the gloves, the boots, all out of Uldir, part of a tier set for rogues. The gloves of the Stone Reaper, Ulduar, Arya Stark is the boss, 14% on the drop rate. Yes, I know it's not Arya Stark. I just was trying to be funny. Didn't work, I know. The Dark Leather Cloak, vanilla level leatherworking. Check your local leatherworker or auction house for that purple cloak. The head, helmet of the Barbed Assassin. Great looking piece for this set. Siege of Orgrimmar LFR. And the weapon, Dagger of the Blazing Radiance, Flamebender Kagraz, 14%. One of the more underrated looking rogue tiers from Ice Crown Citadel Heroic 25-man Lady Death Whisper will drop the Cultist Bloodsoaked Spaulders at an 18% drop rate. Sticking with the Undead Dude at the chest, Fireproofed Chest Guard, Valley of the Four Winds, Galleon is the boss, kind of a low drop rate to pick up that chest piece. Moving on, we are going to take a look at the belt, which is out of Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic. Garage Hellscream is the boss, 19% on the drop rate. Remember to be in Mythic mode. And the legs are going to be the Warmongering Gladiators leggings. WoD PvP vendor, of course. If you Horde, you got to go wild. 3 marks of honor, regardless if you're Alliance or Horde. Moving on, we have an human showing the Frostbitten Fur Boots, part of the same tier set as the shoulders, the gloves, and of course the boots, all from that heroic 25-man Ice Crown Citadel. For the hands, you head over to a Rotface, 20% chance he'll drop those gloves. The back, Cloak of Certain Reprieve, Netherstorm, BC PvP vendor, 1 mark of honor to get the cloak. And we have Lady Blood Elf showing a Tabard of the Brew, Stormwind Orgrimmar, or Iron Forge actually. Basically, we have Brew of the Month Club, you got to buy it for some tokens. Warmongering Gladiator's Helm, if you Horde, got to go wild. 3 marks of honor to get the headpiece. And the weapon, looking sharp, you can buy it on the auction house. Got another red look for rogue, Shoulders of the Grim Lasher. Or should I say Grim Lasher Shoulder Guards. Halls of Reflection, the Captain's Chest, 6% on the drop rate to pick up those pretty cool looking shoulders. Very rugged looking, very rogue looking. The chest, Dark Phoenix Tunic, which you can buy from the Justice Quartermaster and Stormwind of Orgrimmar, 96 gold. That, of course, is from Cata. Moving on, we're going to move up to Mop to get the belt. Prideful Gladiator's Waistband of Accuracy. To accurately get it, if you Horde, you're going to have to go with Grievous version, 1 mark of honor, regardless of whatever faction you're on. Next up, sticking with the Dwarf, I'm going to show you the legs. Cinderweb Leggings, the Firelands. Beth Tillich is the boss, or I believe you could also buy it at the Quartermaster as well. 8% on the drop rate, so decent drop rate for the legs. Got a Lady Undead showing the feet. Bard's boots, they're nice red boots. Northern Barons. Swiftmane is a rare you can farm it from. Good drop rate, or you can buy it on the auction house. The hands, Gloves of the Argent Fanatic. Trial of the Champion. The Champion's Cash, of course, to get the red hands. And the back, a little bit of red, kind of a grayish look from BC. And the tabard is the Consortium tabard. A lot of BC stuff here. This is something you get out of Stormwind Orgrimmar, tabard vendor, golden rep with the Consortium. And the headpiece, Swashbuckler's Eye Patch, Silithus, Rex Ashel is a rare. You can farm it or buy it on the auction house. And the weapon really ties things together nicely. Out of Dragon Soul, 45% drop rate. I'm going to start off with the shoulders, which you can get out of Hellfire Citadel Heroic. Dia Dark Whisper is the boss, 15% on the drop rate for the Blood-Tanned Pauldrons. Moving on to the chest piece, we're going to have to spin you to Wrath of the Lich King, Naxxramas. Basically normal mode, 25-man Instructor Razuvius is the boss, 25% drop rate, so two pretty good drop rates. Got a Night Elf dude showing the belt, which is out of Mythic, the Burning Throne, Argus the Unmaker, of course, kind of low drop rate to get that really cool looking belt. Moving on, the legs, part of the same raid drop set from Naxxramas, normal mode, 25-man. Maxda is the boss, or Maxda. It's a spider. So bring some raid bug spray, take care of the spider, maybe you get the legs. The Veet Oppresses Merciless Treads, Hellfire Citadel Heroic. As you can see, the boss, 16% on the drop rate. Now we're going to show you the wrist. I didn't obviously show any gloves. I thought it looked better with the wrist, which is the WoD PVP vendor, Primal Combatants, Bindings of Cruelty. I think if you're Horde, you're going to have to find something else that's gray. Moving on, speaking of Horde, here's a Blood Elf showing the Gilded Thorian Cloak. Karazhan BC version, Terrestrian Illhoof is the boss, 17% on the drop rate. The headpiece, Wild Gladiator's Iron Skin Helm. If you Horde, it will be Warmongering, 3 Marks of Honor. Same price for both factions. The weapon, of course, is Vicious Gladiator's Slicer, 5 Marks of Honor to pick that up from Cata. Okay, this is almost a full set, but I thought it was worth showing because I really like this look. Spaulders of the Thousand Blades, Terrace of the Endless Spring Light. She is the boss, kind of a low drop rate for those tier shoulders from Mop. Moving on, the chest piece, which you really can't see, is that of Whitecrest Manor. Gorok Toll is the boss. Sounds like a Klingon, doesn't he? But he's not, I assure you. 6% on the drop rate to get the chest. Now we're going to go with the belt, part of the same tier set as the shoulders and the boots and the gloves. So you get that from the same boss as you get the shoulders. Kind of a low drop rate, though. Make sure you're on regular mode to pick that up. Moving on, we're going to show you the legs. Tol Dagor. Jess Howlis is the boss, 5% on the drop rate to get the legs. Moving on, we're going to show the boots next, which you can pick up out of Valley of the Four Winds. Galleon, he's a world boss, kind of a fair drop rate to get the Flamefoot Tabby, which is, of course, what I nickname my boots. The Gloves of a Thousand Blades, Kunlai Summit, Shah of Anger, another world boss. I think they have the best drop rates, that's why I put them there. Iron Scale, Warcloak, the Slave Pens, that, of course, is from BC, Rockmar. The Cracker is boss, and the Angler's Tabard, Karasang Wilds, Angler's Quartermaster. Need rep and some gold to pick that up. The headpiece, of course, is out of Terrace of the Endless Spring. Shah of Fear, he's the final boss, unless you're in heroic mode, but you don't want to go in heroic mode. You want to stick in regular mode. And the weapon, Ice Crown Citadel, Professor Putricide is the boss. Get a little bit of red and gray and white. You got a good look for rogues, I think. And you get this set. Flamebender Shoulder Guards, Blackrock Foundry. Make sure you're on heroic. Flamebender Kagras, 13% drop rate for the shoulders. The chest piece, it's going to spin you $2 round Wrath of the Lich King version. You could get it at the Legacy Quartermaster for gold, or you could buy it down in the tunnels at the Wrath of the Lich King PVP vendor for Marks of Honor. The belt is the Conductor Multi-Pocket Girdle, which sounds very, very Tinker-like to me. And 16% drop rate on that. Heroic, Blackrock Foundry, of course. Moving on, the legs, part of the same tier set as the chest and the boots, by the way. Furious Gladiators Leather Leggings. You can buy from the PvP vendor or the Legacy League, the Legacy Justice Quartermaster is what I'm trying to say, for gold. Or you could buy from Marks of Honor from the PvP vendor, your choice. Once again, Furious boots, and the hands are Cannonball Loader's grips. Very, very artillery-like, I should say. Blackrock Foundry Heroic, Beast Lord Darmak, almost 20% on the drop rate. Cool-looking Lady Troll with the orange-reddish hair. Gilded Thorian Cloak, Karazhan BC version, Terrestrian Illhoof, of course, is the devil of a boss. 17% drop rate. The Head Swashbuckler's Eye Patch Silithus. There's the rare you could farm it from or buy it on the auction house. And last, the weapon is out of Naxxramas, various mobs, or you can buy it on the auction house. If you're still listening up and until now, I want to say thank you for watching, and I'll close out by saying what I always say: whatever it is by you, whether it is morning, afternoon, or night, make your day epic.